the 2nd of February, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua, Beshalach. Okay. So I think we're on Pasuk 4. Does that sound right?
Yes, Pasuk 4. It's actually quite a long.
V'chizak T es leiv paro v'radaf acharehem v'i kavda b'faro uv'chol chelo v'yad'u mitzrayim ki ani Hashem va'ya'asuchein.
Vayasuchein. Okay, we do Mitzrayim ki ani Hashem. That's the end of the Kosh Baruch Hu's words. Okay, and
Right.
Vayasuchein is the narrative. Is that they carried out what Hashem had told them to do.
All right, so I will strengthen the heart of Paro, and he will pursue after them, and I will be glorified through Paro and through all his army.
Right.
And Egypt will know that I am Hashem. And
Kosh Baruch is all the name Hashem. Basically, to be understood, that Kosh Baruch Hu is eternal and all powerful. It means the Kosh Baruch Hu has all the that is the essence of Hashem's name. I mean, that's the essential name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which is basically means that HaKadosh Baruch Hu he's the eternal, all-powerful, all-everything. Okay, let's see.
I didn't finish the translation. Vaya'asuchein. My English says, and they did so. But that
Right.
makes sense. It's Hashem talking, right?
Yeah, but so the end of, that's what I said, the end of quote is after Ki Ani Hashem.
But shouldn't it say, and he did so?
No. If we go, this is a continuation of Pasuk base. The thing, Pasuk Aleph. Hashem spoke to Moshe saying, Daber b'nei Yisrael, speak to the children of Israel, and this is what they should do. V'yashuvu v'yachanu lifnei piachiros. And then Hashem said, this is, and Paro's going to say, V'omar Paro lifnei Yisrael nebuchim mein ba'aretz, Pasuk Gimel, and v'chizak tis lei Paro. This is all consequences. If the Bnei Yisrael go back and camp before Piachiros, this is what they should do. And I'm telling you what the consequence will be was V'omar Paro lifnei Yisrael nebuchim mein ba'aretz. Paro will say about the Bnei Yisrael, they are stranded in the land. And then Hashem says, I'm going to strengthen Paro's resolve, and then he's going to pursue after them. Okay, but what was incumbent upon the Jewish people who are being spoken to here, or Moshe is going to convey to the Bnei Yisrael, is they should go back and encamp before Piachiros, which is mentioned in verse 2. And the Pasuk is telling you over here, Vayasuke, they did so.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Vayikav da b'faro. I will be glorified through Paro. Ki sheha kadosh baruch hu misna came barshaim when the Holy One, blessed is He, takes vengeance against the wicked, Shemo misgadel umis kabed. His name is magnified and glorified. V'chein hu omer, and
that
therefore
miskadel, I would rather say, rather than magnified, doesn't really mean he's exalted. His name is exalted. It's made great rather than made larger. Understand?
Gadel is big, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean in size. It can mean in importance, in greatness. Right? Person is great. It doesn't mean he gets bigger. Okay.
Right, but magnified doesn't necessarily mean bigger either.
Okay. I would have normally understood it means magnified in size. Okay, it doesn't matter. But as long as we got the right idea over here, that's the main thing. Okay.
And similarly, it also says the nish pati ito the gomer, and I will contend with him, etc. Why is that similar?
Well, carry on. We haven't finished it. Then
V'acher kach v'his gadilti v'his kadishti v'nodati v'gomel.
etc.
Afterwards, it goes on to say, and I will become magnified, and I will become sanctified, and I will become known. So you want to say, I will become exalted, and I will become sanctified, and I will become known.
Right. By the way, this phrase in the pasuk there in Yecheskel, right? Viskadilti viskadishti. What does that ring in your ear?
Kaddish.
Correct. This is actually the source of the Kaddish prayer. This pasuk.
Really? Wow.
Omer Shema Shibar Rishfei Kashes. And it says, there he broke the flying arrows of the bow.
Right.
Bachar Kach, and afterwards, Noda Yehuda Elokim. God has become known to Judah.
Right. After Kosh Baruch Hu did, which actually is a little bit out of order. It's interesting. The pasuk there in Tehillim is a parak I involve in Tehillim, parak 76, chapter Psalm 76. Actually, Noda Yehuda is mentioned before Shom Shibar Rishbei Keshes. Nevertheless, Rashi says, how is Yehuda, how is Kosh Baruch Hu become known in Yehuda, among Yehuda, is by the fact that he smashed the shooting arrows of the bow of Sancheriv. So it's actually going on with Sancheriv over there. Okay?
What does that have to do with anything?
No, so I explain, let me see. What Rashi's saying is that by carrying out punishment in a supernatural way against the Rishoim, thereby HaKadosh Baruch Hu shows that he's in charge.
Somebody's knocking at my door. I'll be right back.
Okay, fine. That's how Kodesh Baruch Hu shows he's in charge. So
Ah,
this Kodesh Baruch Hu is made great and honored with the distraction of not just the distraction, but the supernatural distraction of the Rishoyim. That's how Kodesh Baruch Hu becomes known, becomes his name is made great that way.
uh-huh.
Name is made great by him becoming known. Is that what you're saying? I'm sorry.
No. By destroying the Rishoyim, by punishing the Rishoyim in a supernatural way, thereby Kodesh Baruch Hu
Yeah.
made great, and his greatness becomes known. So therefore, when Paro and his entire army got overthrown in the sea with such tremendous supernatural events, that made Hashem great.
I see. Okay, so Vayomer Noda Hashem Mishpat Osa, and it says
Another pasuk in
Hashem has become. I'm sorry.
Carry on.
Hashem has become known. He has executed judgment.
Right. So when HaKadosh Baruch Hu carries out judgment, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu is made known. Because when he does that, people realize, there's somebody in charge up there. There's somebody who's running the show. And this makes the name of Hashem known among people who would otherwise not have known the existence of Hashem.
Thank you very much.
Okay?
Okay, yeah, sorry. They just delivered all of our Shabbos groceries, so I got a little distracted.
Nice. Okay.
B'faro uvechol chelo, through Paro and through his entire army, who his heel ba'avera, he initiated the sin. Umimenu his chila hapur anus, and the punishment began from him.
Right.
Okay, so that's why it says through Paro and Sar army. Okay. Oh, and here's our phrase. Vayasuchein, they did so. Lahagid shivchan, to tell of praiseworthiness of Israel. Shamu lekol Moshe, that they listened to the voice of Moses. V'lo amru, and they did not say, Hey ach nis karev el rodfeinu. They didn't say, how can we come close to our pursuers?
How can we draw near to our pursuers?
Anu terichim liv roach. We have to run away.
Right.
Ella amru, rather they said, Ein lanu ella divrei ben Amram. There is not for us anything except the words of the son of Amram.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
I thought they cried out. Moshe had to calm them down.
They didn't say that.
But didn't they?
No.
And Moshe had to tell them, calm down and watch, you're going to be redeemed?
No. He's saying, forget. The Bnei Israel did not say, we've got to run away. But rather they said, the Omru, they said, Ein lanu ela divrei ben Amram. They were forget. They were accepting of what Moshe Rabbeinu told them.
Okay, I'm asking you,
Yeah.
don't we see that at the sea, when the Egyptians were facing us, the people cried out, and Moshe had to calm them down.
Oh, I see. I guess when it was more, how should we say, push came to shove,
Right,
there they were mamish with their backs to the wall, literally, backs to the sea.
right.
But they were mamish. But at this point, they were willing to listen to Moshe, even though it seemed illogical to do so.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay, let's go into Pasuk Hey, Meir.
Okay. Very good. Hey. It says, Vayugad Lamelech Mitzrayim ki varach ha'am v'yafech levav paro v'avadav el ha'am vayomru mazot asinu ki shalachnu et Yisrael me'avdenu. So it was told to the king of Egypt that the nation fled, and the heart of Pharaoh changed again, I guess. The heart of Pharaoh and his servants changed to the people. And they said, Mazot asinu, what is this that we have done? Because we sent...
Because, ki shilachnu, that.
Oh, that we sent Israel from their serving us, I guess.
From serving us.
From serving us. Okay.
Israel away from serving us.
It's sort of like they woke up, I guess.
Right.
Okay, Rashi. Vayugad Lamelech Mitzrayim. It was told to the king of Egypt. Iktorin shalach imahem. I'm sure what Iktorim are.
Spies.
Oh, spies. Oh, were sent with them. You mean with Israel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The Kevan shehigiu l'shloshet yamim. And since they arrived,
And once they had
reached the 3 days, okay, shekavu leilech v'lashuv. Kavu is
which they had fixed, right, with Paro, right, to go and come back.
Oh, and come back. Oh, that's right. They made this agreement. Okay. And they saw that Israel, that they were not coming back, returning to Israel, to Mitzrayim. Ba'u v'higiu lefaro b'yom harivi'i. They came and they told Pharaoh on the 4th day. Okay, uve chamishi, uve bashishi, radfu acharechem. So on the 5th day, let's see, and the 6th day, after they pursued radfu.
Right, radfu acharechem.
After them. Okay, Bilel shvi'i yardu liyam. And on the night of the 7th, Yardu, they went down to into the sea. Okay. B'shacharit amru shira. Oh, and in the morning, okay, they sang the shira, the song. Hu yom shvi'i shel Pesach. And this was the 7th day of Pesach. Lekach anu korin hashira b'yom hashvi'i, and therefore we call, I guess,
No, currently
read the song on
because
the
the Torah
seventh day.
reading, on the seventh day of Pesach is the
On the
Shira.
seventh day. Okay, the Shira. Oh, okay. Okay, so the Yehafech, and this is where they
Yeah, by the way, it's
changed
interesting
their
to count
mind.
Rashi. Just one point over here, Rashi's calculation over here. Because Rashi previously said they had gone back.
Mm-hmm.
What day was that? It was on, I think it was on the fourth day. As it said, Rashi said,
Go
Hashavua.
back.
Where's it? Rashi says, Hashavua.
Uh,
Kol Yom HaShlishi.
Shlish on the third day. Okay.
No, because the Chayra, if they were constantly going back, even on the fourth and fifth day,
Mm-hmm.
then the Chayra, they would have got back to Mitzrayim. So Paro didn't really have far to go. It wouldn't have taken him 3 days to pursue after them. But it seems the third day they went back, and then on the fourth and the fifth and the sixth day they continued on going back again in the right direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Vayehafech, and this is when Pharaoh and his servants changed their mind, I guess.
Change of heart.
Change of heart. Okay. Nefach nimach haya sheharei amar lahem. Okay. So it was changed. Mima shaya, that once it was.
It changed from what it was.
Oh, from what it was. Sharei amar lahem. And they
because he had said to them,
he said
said
to them,
get out of here.
Oh, he didn't want them anymore.
Get up and leave from among my people. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And now he changed his mind and started pursuing after them. Come back. Then that's him. That's Parah. The Nefach Leva Vodov, and the heart of his servants also changed.
Okay. Sharei l'sha'avad hayu omrim lo.
Sha'obar. It's a resh.
Oh, that it would pass. Okay.
Right. Sha'obar, in the past, hayu omrim lo, they were saying to the Jewish people, Ad Mosa yezelonu l'moikesh. So when is this person going to be for us as a hazard? Right? Meaning Moshe Rabbeinu. He's bringing, every time he comes in, he brings another plague. But now, v'achshav now, they change their mind to pursue after them. Why? Bishvil mamoinam shehishilum. It was all a question of money. Right? It was the Jews had taken their money. We want our money back. We only agreed to lend it to them. We didn't agree to give it to them. Now they're running away with our money.
I don't get that. Why does it say from serving us if they want the money?
Israel took all their money, I thought.
1 second.
They gave it to him, actually, I think.
Right. Well, they said there's different opinions, whether it was just lent to them
okay.
or given to them. So I guess it was two things. I mean, where does Rashi get it from? It was because of their money. Pasuk seems to say that they wanted them back as servants.
Right. Me'avdenu, from serving us.
Right.
They realized when they...
You're making a very good point.
They realized when they had no servants that they had to do everything for themselves.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying so. That was also a monetary thing, but where does Rashi get it from? And Rashi's not actually it's himself. It's based on the Mechilta that they sued after them because of the money that they had lent them. The truth is, and one second, maybe I have a note over here. Hold on a second. Yeah. Now it's interesting because if you learn that Shehishilu means they had lent them, then there's a contradiction because Rashi learns before that they didn't actually lend them the money, they actually gave it to them the money to get out. This is how Rashi learns. Rashi learns Shehish Ilum means they had encouraged them to take. So maybe one question will answer the other. That they regret it once. They're not saying that it doesn't really answer the question entirely, but it answers a little bit better. Whereas if you learn that they had lent them the money, it sounds like they wanted to get their money back because they only lent it to them, it didn't give it to them. But if you're going to understand that they had actually given them the money, so then the fact that they had given them the money, that was lost, right? So even if they bring them back, right, they're not going to be able to retrieve the money because they've given it to them. But if you learn that Pshat is they now wanted them to be their slaves again, we're going to make them their slaves. Now, if they're our slaves, well, that means that we have a rule, Mashikona Eved, Kona Rabbi. What a servant owns, then that belongs to his master. So therefore, we'll say, you know what? Okay, we gave them the money, but you know what? Well, if we get them back and they become our servants again, we're able to get our money back because whatever the servant has belongs to us. Just a thought occurred to me on the spot, that one.
Oh, so they wanted, I see, they wanted them back as servants so that they could get their money.
Right, exactly.
That's
okay, let's go. We have time
When it
for one more
says-
person.
Yeah, when it says Limokesh, and you translated hazard, in 74, when I lived on the kibbutz, we were right by the Jordanian border,
Yeah, there was
and they
a
called the
minefield.
Mokesh a landmine.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's hazardous.
Yeah, there was actually a story last week, I think, or something. A boy got stranded in a minefield, and they had to get him out.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
all right, 7.
Yeah, Me'ab Denu, there's actually a short Rashi. Rashi says,
Oh, may have
Me'ab
Danu.
son.
Okay, from working for us.
Right. Okay. That's Rashi's pointing out. Obdenu is a gerund form. It's not a noun. That's what Rashi's pointing out. Okay. Pasuk Vov. Yeah. Lu. Pasuk Vov. Vayesores richboy.
Vayesor es richbo, ve'es amo lakach imo. And he harnessed his chariot, and he took his people with him.
Right.
He harnessed his chariot. Hu be'atzmo. He did it himself.
Right.
Like Avraham Avinu.
Right. And we have found by Bilam as well.
Right. Ve'es amo lakach imo. And he took his people with him. Mishacham bid
Moshcham bidvorim.
Oh, really? What do you have underneath the mem?
Oh, Meshacham, you're right. It is actually more correctly. It's under the mem is a shvar, Under the
Right.
shin is a chataf komotz, and under the chof is a komotz.
Right. So he persuaded them with words.
Right.
Lakinu v'natlu mam o nenu v'shilach num. Let's see. We have been smitten, my English says.
Right.
And they took our
10 plagues.
money.
Right.
And we sent them away.
Right.
This is what Paro said to his people.
Right.
Bo'u imo, come with me.
Go imi, come with me.
Imi, come with me. Va'ani lo et es na heg imachem kishar milachim. And I will not treat you as other kings would. Derech sha'ar melachim. It is the practice of other kings. Avadav kod min lo ba milchama. His servants go ahead of him in battle.
Right.
Va'ani akdim lifnehem. I will go ahead of you.
Right.
Shne'emar b'faro hik riv.
Ufaro hikri.
And it says, and Paro brought himself close.
Right.
Hik riv atzmo umiher livnei che lo sav. He brought himself close and he hurried ahead of his troops.
Right.
Derech she'ar melachim litol bezeh
Biza. He told Biza.
Biza berosh kamo she'yivchar. It is the practice of other kings to take plunder first, as he chooses. Ani eshveh imachem bechelek. I will divide equally with you.
Right.
Shne'emar achalek shalal. As it says, I will divide the spoils.
Spoils, right? That later on in the Shira, Paro is quoted as having said, Oma oye, erdoif asig achalek shalom. This is what he said. I will pursue after them, I'll catch up with them, and I will divide out the spoil.
Right.
And we have to realize, just to put it into perspective, it's like Russia. Everybody assumes, the big Russia, the big bear, they've got this super army, and the Ukrainians are underarmed and they haven't got anything. There'll be a walkover. Within a few days, we'll finish them off. Right? That's what it was like over here. This is what Paro was saying to his people. We've got the best weaponry in the world, despite whatever had happened to Egypt with the 10 plagues. But nevertheless, he said, well, we're a strong army. We've got chariots, we've got tanks, we've got everything. And the Jewish people are totally unarmed. We'll finish them off in no time. Right? Just all it needs is we'll chase after them, we'll catch up to them. And the next step is Achalek Shalom, I'll divide up the spoil. Doesn't even mention that he's going to conquer them. That's goes without saying.
So are you drawing a parallel between Yetzias Mitzrayim and Ukraine?
No, I've just said just give you something to what they call in Chazal sabes ha'ozen, something to put you give you a marshal to give you a bit of understanding to what was going on there. What Paro Because I'm just pointing out that Paro doesn't even mention that he's going to defeat the Jewish people. That's a
Right.
given.
Right.
Okay, fine. We'll stop here, and I wish everybody a good Shabbos.
Shabbat
Okay,
shalom
have a
and
good-
refuah shalema.
Thank
Yes,
you.
refuah shlema.
Thank you. Okay, be well. Have a good Shabbos.
Be well. Okay, bye now.
Bye-bye.